It's Colonial League playoff time. Hello, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady along with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you the first round of the first half Colonial League playoff game from the Canary Cage here at Allen High School. My guest is Bill Pollock, the head basketball coach and athletic director at Salisbury High School. Bill in his 28th year, and his team swings into action Monday to meet the winner of tonight's ball game. Bill, congratulations. You created a monster here, the three-way time, by beating Southern Lehigh in a final game of first half play.
Yeah, what we did to this team the other night to create this, I don't feel bad about it at all, John. You know, we've been playing good ball, and it's good for the Colonial League, something like this. You know, playoff times, the fans are out, and it's going to be a good night tonight. Two good teams, and should have an excellent game tonight. All
right, now the first time around, Southern Lehigh beat Saucon Valley in, I believe it wasn't overtime, it was regulation. But it snapped a 5-game winning streak by the Panthers, knocked them from the ranks of the unbeaten. It was a 3-point margin. And then Southern Lehigh was knocked off by Salisbury in the final game, first half play. But in between, Saucon Valley knocked off Salisbury to create the one loss for the three team. How do you size this one up tonight, Del?
John, both teams are loaded with guards. Both teams have two good guards in the inside game. It's going to be a good man-to-man defense by both teams, I think. It's going to be a running game. It's going to be up and down the court. I think tonight you're going to see basketball at its best because there's two top teams, no doubt about it. And I'm just glad that we can sit and watch tonight.
How did this seeding come about? How did you get a first-round bye?
Well, we had a special meeting on Wednesday. We had a drawing, and the three of us, three schools, just in case we beat Southern Lehigh on Thursday, we drew for it, and 3 slips of paper, and I happened to pick the one up that said BYE.
All right, BYE.
No skill involved in that. No.
So you got the bye, and now you have a chance to meet the winner of this ball game.
Though, John. We're losing experience out here tonight.
Yeah, I know you'd rather be playing.
We'll wait till Monday.
You'll have that opportunity Monday night. Bill, as far as the Colonial League is concerned, last year your Falcons dominated. Without a doubt. You went through 8-0 the first half. You went 8-0 the second half. This year, a lot more balance.
Well, there's so much balance. Now, we talk about the 3 good teams here tonight, but, John, believe me, Nazareth, they had some injury problems. They're an excellent team. Wilson is a nice ball club, you know. So there are really like 5 real strong teams in the Colonial League. And you can see now we have a 3-way tie, and in the second half, it's going to be just as good.
Yeah, because Caddy can come up any night and beat somebody.
Caddy has some good players. You know, they have good size. It's an excellent league. And maybe not to degrade them, but like Pennard's a young team. They're a little down this year, but anyone else, you know, in the league, they could beat anyone, you know.
Bill, what is it going to take to win the first half championship?
Well, I think it's going to take a good shooting night. Now, we played Saucon Valley, for example. They played an excellent game. They just shot a little better than us, but they played a little better than us. They deserved to win. Now, Southern Lehigh, we shot well. We played better. Now, whoever plays here, the teams, I would say, personnel-wise, they're about equal, you know. Now, it's just who has a little better shooting night. I think that's the difference.
Okay, we want to congratulate you for being in the middle of it. You came from behind, the final game to do it, create the tie. Now you're in the playoffs. And, of course, we want to wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you Monday night.
Okay,
thanks for dropping by, Coach. Bill Pollock, 28th year as head coach over at Salisbury High School, and the only coach the Falcons ever had, right?
That's exactly correct, and he did a heck of a job on Thursday night. Like you said, it's his club that forced this 3-way tie. Southern Lehigh had the opportunity to close out the first half undefeated, but couldn't get by Coach Pollock's Falcons.
I don't know if you heard him say he'd rather be playing. Who is he kidding?
Well, you know he's got to be kidding. If you only have to win 1 game to win the first half as compared to what Southern Lehigh and Saucon Valley have to do, and that's win 2 games. The one thing that all 3 coaches did say, John, I think what comes out of this is they will all be winners. They get a chance to play in a playoff atmosphere. All of them will be around for District 11 play. This is not a do-or-die situation. They all have the second half, which will not be easy, but it is a positive experience for all 3 programs.
Saucon Valley is 10-3 overall, and Southern Lehigh is 12-3 overall. So you can see how evenly they are matched.
Well, they really are, and you look at the scores. It's a 2-point win here. You look at Saucon Valley, which is in today's game. Their last 2 wins of the half, they beat Catasauqua by 2, and they beat Wilson by 2. So there is a lot of parity in the league, and it's really an honor to be one of these 3 teams right now.
Okay, and I failed to mention we also had a girls playoff, which was just concluded right now. And the Salisbury girls whipped Catasauqua girls. That was one-sided, 51-22, I believe.
Yes, it was. Catasauqua a little banged up, John. I did some research at the half of that first game, and Catasauqua had lost 2 starters coming into the night, and making no excuses, Salisbury certainly played a heck of a basketball game.
Okay, we're looking for a good one between Southern Lehigh and Saucon Valley, and we'll have the opening tip-off for you in just a moment.
Half a car? The totally new concept for the 90s. Drive a whole car or truck of your choice, but pay for just about half of it. It's honest, it's hassle-free, it's intelligent. We guarantee in writing what the vehicle's resale value will be when you turn it in. We then deduct that, and you pay just on the remainder. Talk to one of our half-a-car specialists at Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile, or Lehigh Valley Acura MacArthur Road. Ask about half a car.
A worn-out muffler causes poor gas mileage and performance.
Replace it with an original equipment design at ABE Car Care Center. ABE Car Care Center offers a complete line of Gerlich mufflers. They provide a written guarantee with every muffler they install.
Come in and ask for a free exhaust system check. There's no obligation.
We're proud of the work we do.
We want your car to be safe on the highway.
Car Care Plus means quality mufflers, brakes, shocks, and inspections. Only at ABE Car Care Centers. You can do this. In your wildest dreams. All-Star Saturday on TNT, where the best of the NBA really put on a show. The Gatorade Slam Dunk Championship, the Schick NBA Legends Classic, the American Airlines ITT Sheraton Shootout. All-Star Saturday, February 9th at 7 p.m. only on TNT. Bigger than life.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming. This is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
Tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by the Vinard Car Dealerships of the Lehigh Valley. Hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady with Mike Zambelli. And this is the second meeting between these two schools this season. Southern Lehigh knocked the Panthers from the ranks of the unbeaten by a 69-66 score in overtime. And that came after 5 straight opening season victories. Probably the Panthers' biggest first-half victory was over Salisbury by a 74-69 count. In that 69-66 game with Southern Lehigh, the win, the Panthers got excellent scoring balance with 4 players in double figures. Brian Brunderben and Sean Crofamel had 16 points apiece. Doug Porta had 15, and Matt Brown chipped in with 11. The Spartans weren't to be denied with 3 players in double digits, led by Brett Sachs with 21. Mike Yerkes had 13, and Boomer Snyder had 12. And so tonight's matchup looks like a real shootout. Saucon Valley's 3 losses were at the hands of Southern Lehigh, 69-66. Penn Ridge in a holiday tournament game, 55-47, and a 57-56 upset loss to Northwestern, the Panthers' last time out. On the other hand, Southern Lehigh had lost its season's opener 44-33 to that same Northwestern team. They then dropped the mid-season 47-45 decision to Bethlehem Catholic, and lost its last outing 60-52 to Salisbury to set up this evening's 3-way tie for first place and the first half league title.
Well, John, you talk about that first meeting with these two clubs. I looked at the box score. I think one of the real interesting statistics in that game was the fact that there were 69 free throws attempted in that game, and I think that's a tribute to the way both these teams will come out and play here again tonight. Up-tempo, man-to-man defense, and challenge every pass and every shot. All right, Rich Mattis in his 3rd year as head coach. His dad had been the assistant coach over at Liberty High School for a number of years. And in the 1989-90 season, Saucon Valley in first half play was 5-3. They upped that, bettered it a little bit to 6-2 in the second half, and they wound up with a 15-10 overall mark.
On the other hand, Southern Lehigh in 1989-90 season, they were just 2-6 in the first half, dropped to 1-7 in the second half, and wound up with 4 victories against 20 losses. But here in this 1990-91 campaign, going into tonight's ball game, they're 7-1 in the league, 12-3 overall, and the Panthers are 7-1 in the league and 10-3 overall. Both coaches, Rich Mattis of Saucon Valley, Bob Schaefer of Southern Lehigh, are in their 3rd season as head coaches at their respective schools.
Well, if you go back to last year, and particularly for Saucon Valley, if you look at the overall record, Saucon Valley had the 2nd best record overall in the league last year, tied with Catasauqua. Salisbury naturally went to 16-0 in league play, but right behind them were Catasauqua and the Saucon Valley team at 11-5.
All right, we followed Southern Lehigh a couple of years ago. There's Lester Kish putting up a new net. Well, that's right. I guess the Salisbury girls grabbed the net for winning the first game and winning the championship. Hi, gang. And let's see. We're delighted to be able to do a Saucon Valley ball game. We'll have 2, I think, in second half play because we haven't seen or followed the Panthers for a couple of years. On the other hand, in that 1988-89 campaign, who's that little doll? We followed Southern Lehigh when they had that great year.
Oh, certainly, yeah. When they won the league, and we followed them here when they clinched it with that playoff victory for the second half over Nazareth, and certainly that was quite exciting. And Coach Schaefer has his troops right back in that position, playing for, well, not a championship, but a first half championship here, and maybe a first leg on an overall league championship.
Yeah, while he was rebuilding last year, he just reloaded this year.
That's right.
And they're ready to go. And that's what makes it such a great league, where last year was so well dominated by Salisbury, you know, it wasn't even funny. And they went on and just had a super year. But this year, we got the great balance. We have the balance all around. You know, Strasburg winning the Centennial League first half title. Northwestern had a good year. And in, of course, the East Penn League, they don't play in 2 halves, but with Peaburg, Whitehall, Allentown Central Catholic,
right.
Allen, Duroff coming along now. Allen with a big win last night.
Oh, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. That means it's time to play basketball. We'll have the introduction of the teams in just a moment. George Krell and Gary Spangler, the officials, and Jeff Smith, the sit-in official. In that first ball game, the score was 51-22. Salisbury over the Catasauqua girls. You know, it's great to see the turnaround in the sports program down in Saucon Valley. The football team had been down for so many years. Here is number 10, Brian Brunabend, 5'9" sophomore. Number 15 is Matt Brown, a 5'10" senior. Number 33 is Scott Roberts, a 5'11" senior. Number 34 is Doug Porta, 6'2" senior. And rounding out the starting 5 is 6'5" sophomore Sean Coffenmouth. Rich Mattis in his 3rd year as head coach. And here come the Spartans. Number 12, Brett Sachs, 5'11" senior. 14 will be Mike Yerkes, a 5'10" senior. Number 20 will be the Boomer Snyder, 5'10" senior. Number 42 will be Jason Mack, a 6' senior. Rounding out the starting five will be 6'5" junior Rob Hamilton with a big 52 on his back. Bob Schaefer in his third year as head coach.
Quick note for Saucon Valley, Coach Rich Mattis and his squad would like to send along greetings to assistant coach Tom Stern. He's at home recovering from minor surgery. He returned home from the hospital. Coach and the players want to let him know that they miss him here tonight and wish him a speedy recovery and get him back on the bench alongside them.
Okay, are you ready for the round ball?
Let's do it.
I'm ready. George Krell will handle the duties at center court. There's George with his back to you. He was a former scoring East Penn Conference champion when he played his high school basketball at Tamaqua. Pinky Purnell was the head coach up there at the time. They're ready to go. Ball control by the Spartans from Southern Lehigh. Brett Sachs up front over the timeline, picked up defensively by Matt Brown. Gets the ball over to Mike Yerkes. On the left side is Sachs.
Saucon Valley, as we expected, opening up in a very tight man-for-man. We expect to see Southern Lehigh in that same kind of defense.
Oh, almost turned it over. Boomer Snyder gets it over to Rob Hamilton. They move the ball pretty well. Two-point attempt is up, and it is good. First two-pointer of the ball game, and that belongs to Brett Sachs, and the Spartans go up on the board 2-0.
Well, if Southern Lehigh can have the same kind of offensive performance we saw against Nazareth, they are going to be tough to beat.
Matt Brown almost tied that baby up. He would like to have an interference call. George Krell said nope. And the Spartans come up with the ball. Yerkes. Shot up there for three-point attempt. That was by Snyder. Not good. Now we have the first personal foul in the ball game. I don't think that's going to be posted, will it? Yeah, Yerkes is first in the ball game.
Nice board by number 34, Doug Porta. That was the coaches there, Bob Schaefer.
Matt Brown with the ball for the Panthers. Makes a good move underneath the bucket and picks up a deuce. Matt Brown, 5'10" senior, ties up the ball game at 2.
I think one of the things that makes this such a great matchup is both teams are real strong at that guard position. Southern Lehigh with Sachs, Yerkes, and Snyder, and Saucon Valley counters with Brinabin and Brown.
Well, I'll tell you, that shot up there by Jason Mack popped it up there and puts the Spartans up 4-2. They are the home team tonight. Brown up front, gets it over to Roberts. Roberts has to get out around center court. This is Matt Brown. Goes in a key.
Both teams utilizing full court pressure. Southern Lehigh.
Low post. The follow-up shot is up there by Porter. Not good. Rebounded by Southern Lehigh. And here come the Spartans. They lead 4-2. Snyder gets it over to Hamilton. Baseline shot on the right side by Brett Sachs, and that's his second deuce. 6-2 ball game. Southern Lehigh. Pass up front to Porta.
Good movement by Southern Lehigh in the half-court offense.
Brinabin.
Both teams handling that full-court pressure real well. Southern Lehigh seeming to be using a sort of a zone. Saucon Valley in man-for-man.
18-foot attempt, not good by Roberts. Rebounded by the Spartans from Southern Lehigh. Up over the timeline. On the right-hand side, Yerkes makes a good move inside the bucket. Goes up baseline. Can't get the shot off. Has to get it back out. Hamilton. Mack. 4:51 remaining here in the first period. 6-2. Southern Lehigh leading Saucon Valley.
Good
first round playoff game.
Good recovery by Saucon Valley defensively there. They had been broken down.
Mack. Jason. Boy, his other shot was from exactly that same spot.
Well, Southern Lehigh's doing an excellent job of getting Mack to that spot on the court. They're moving their offense. They're working. And eventually, as you look at Rich Mattis and his coaching staff right there, they're working Mack to that spot he wants to get on the court. And right now, he's hitting high percentage.
Matt Brown to Porta. Porta goes up there. Not good. Rebound and follow-up shot by Cothamel. And he is fouled.
Let's take a look at it here. It's good penetration, some nice defense forcing the pull-up jumper, but good positioning over there on the weak side by number 44, Crothamel, and then he had the positioning and draws the personal foul.
John Crothamel, 6'5" sophomore, hits it. First point of the night.
Saucon Valley coming out here maybe showing a little tightness. They're 1 of 6 from the floor. Southern Lehigh, on the other hand, is 4 of 5.
8-4 ball game as Crothamel hits a pair. And Panthers going to full court press, but Boomer Snyder breaks it. Shot is up and in by Rob Hamilton. And that's Rob's first field goal.
That was a nice job by Snyder of making the defense commit to him. That freed up Hamilton in for the breakaway 2 points.
Brown makes a move in the paint. 8 feet out, pops it up and in. Matt Brown with his second field goal. Oh, look at this. Coast to coast. Yerkes, Mike, picks up his first deuce. We're going to have a high-scoring ball game here. 12-6, 3:33 remaining in the first period.
I think the one thing that happens when you get two teams that go at each other straight up man-for-man, full-court press by both teams is you do get a lot of points because you get a lot of transition points, and that's what we're seeing right now from Southern Lehigh. 2 breakaway baskets in succession.
Brunneman on the right side gets it into the low post of Crothamel. Can't get the shot off. He gets it out to Porter, and Porter gets his first field goal. 12-8 ball game. Southern Lehigh and the Spartans up front over that timeline.
Saucon Valley now out of that full court press.
Jason Mack. Third field goal. I have for 3. He could possibly have 4. I have for 3, 14-8.
Well, Mack is just breaking from that baseline and down below and coming out around that free throw line, and it's a good job of Southern Lehigh running their offense and picking off the man guarding him.
Brunneman gets it to Crothamel. Crothamel makes a good move for the bucket and gets the deuce. First field goal for Crothamel. 3 of the 5 starters now for the Panthers hit the scoring column.
Nice aggressive move by Crothamel. They're out working one-on-one.
Boomer Snyder, not good. Rebounded by Brunneman of the Panthers. Has to check off, gets to Brown. Brown was ready to pull the trigger for 3. Goes one up, but there's a whistle, and there will be a personal foul against Southern Lehigh.
Nice movement by Brown. Let's watch it here. You see the good head and shoulder fake. You can always tell a good classy guard. Watch the way he's composed here, and he draws that personal foul against number 12, Brett Sachs.
Sachs' first personal foul. Matt Brown on a free throw line for the first time tonight. Matt has a pair of field goals.
Brown's averaging about 16 points a game on the year. In the 11 points he scored against Southern Lehigh the first time around, he hit 2 3-pointers.
Well, that's a great name in sports in the Hellertown area. Brown. 14-11, Southern Lehigh leading. And the Spartans controlling. This Brett Sachs, right corner, gets it over. Jim Croyland lined up. There's a steal. And Scott Roberts lays it up and in. Roberts with his first field goal. And it's 14-13. The Spartans by just 1.
Well, that's what I'm talking about defensive pressure. Great individual effort by Roberts and a nice job of taking it coast to coast.
Whistle. That's Jim Coyle into the lineup for Southern Lehigh. And he was fouled on a play. Fouled by Scott Roberts.
You see Coyle now, the freshman. He played real big in overtime the last time and actually really led Southern Lehigh to the win, scoring 4 points in overtime, going strong to the basket.
Goes for 2 that time, not good. Loose ball, there's a whistle, and a ball was kicked.
Good call, good alert call by the officials there. Loose ball on the floor, and Saucon Valley player just trying to clear it or get it out of there, towed it.
Going out of the lineup is Mike Yerkes, being replaced by Boomer Snyder. There's Matt Brown. for Saucon Valley. Checks off outside the perimeter, gives to Brunabend up in the low post. Over to Porter, and Porter has the deuce. His second field goal.
Well, that's good work by Porter. He got to the spot he wanted. You cannot allow a big man that kind of position down low. Porter had the defender on his back, just wheeled into the area there and scored an easy 2 points.
And Saucon Valley takes its first lead in the ball game, and it comes with 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Well, they are now the hot shooting team. As you look at Rich Mattis and his coaching staff and team, they are now the hot team with 5 straight baskets.
Coyle double dribble. They turn it over. Here come the Panthers with 40 seconds and running. They'll be able to add a couple more here. Brunabend with the ball for Saucon Valley. Gets over to Matt Brown on a give and go. Bingo! Oh, what a beautiful pass.
That is nice basketball and great communication. Brunabend read Brown's mind, overplaying defensively. Brown went backdoor. Easy 2 points.
And outstanding coaching to drill that into you. Coyle gets it out to Sachs.
You know, we don't see many of those backdoors like that. You're right, John. That is great coaching and something we don't see enough of when a team is being overplayed out in front.
Sachs for 3. He got it. And that's the buzzer ending the first quarter of play. And we're tied at 17. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rick Wagner. You know, the right fit with your bowling ball makes all the difference. Here at C.J. Wagner Bowling Supplies, you'll find the bowling ball and the personalized service that you won't find anywhere else. We take the time with each customer to make sure it's the right fit on the right ball, and then we'll drill the ball while you wait. We've been servicing the bowling public for over 50 years at 1814 Green Street in Allentown. And we also offer a full variety of trophies, plaques, awards, and engraving.
Kick off your Super Bowl weekend as NFL stars and kids get down and get real. Live from Tampa Bay, home of Super Bowl 25, it's the NFL ProSet Super Bowl Teleclinic. You'll get some real behind-the-scenes information about football and life, plus other super surprises. The NFL ProSet Super Bowl Teleclinic, Super Saturday on the Learning Channel.
Half a car? The totally new concept for the 90s. Drive a whole car or truck of your choice, but pay for just about half of it. It's honest, it's hassle-free, it's intelligent. We guarantee in writing what the vehicle's resale value will be when you turn it in. We then deduct that, and you pay just on the remainder. Talk to one of our half-a-car specialists at Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile, or Lehigh Valley Acura MacArthur Road. Ask about half a car.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming. This is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
And a portion of this ball game is brought to you by Becker Subaru. You don't need a wrecker when you buy from Bob Becker. And we're located on Route 222 in West Coesville.
There you go. Coach Mattis there starting now the second quarter. Shooting percentages and a good one for both teams. 8 of 12 for Southern Lehigh, 67%. Saucon Valley, 7 of 12 for 58%.
Well, you talk about a buzzer beater. How about Brett Sachs' three-pointer? One split second before the buzzer ended the first quarter to tie it at 17. Jason Mack, no. Rebounded by Brunabend of Saucon Valley. Quickly up front. Bryan goes in a paint. Gets it over in the low post. The shot is up, and it is not good by Crothenel, but he was fouled.
Turnovers to this point in the game. Southern Lehigh committed 2 in the first quarter, while Saucon Valley did not commit any. As you see, number 44, Crothenel, going hard to the basket and drawing the personal foul.
On a free throw line, Crothenel. He was fouled by Brett Sachs. Second personal foul on Sachs. Crothenel hit his first 2 tonight, missed that one. He has 1 field goal. Substitution, we have Chris Taylor, 6-foot junior, 34 into the lineup for Southern Lehigh.
3 of the Panthers fouled out of the last meeting between these two clubs. Crothamel was one of them, and all 3 of them fouling out in the overtime period.
18-17. Saucon Valley takes the lead for the first time in his ball game. Snyder, Boomer gets it in the deep corner to Jason Mack. Back to Snyder from 17 feet out and in. The Boomer picks up his first deuce of the night.
Well, this one's
and
going
Southern
down.
Lehigh goes ahead, 19-18.
Going down to the wire, you can just see the way these two teams are going at each other. A well-played basketball game. Well, few turnovers, few personal fouls, and just good offense and good defense.
Roberts on the foul line, not good. And there's going to be a personal foul, and this will be on Sean Crothamel. He'll be called for going over the back, over the top. His first, and it is only the second team foul. Tosin on shooting, and here come the Spartans.
Good defensive rebounding positioning there by Southern Lehigh, forcing Crothamel. The only way he could get to that ball was to commit a personal foul. That's good job and good technique on the defensive boards.
Boomer Snyder gets it over to Rob Hamilton. Hamilton, here's Snyder, baseline, no. Batted around and batted out of bounds and awarded to Saucon Valley.
Spartans get a good second shot opportunity in there, but unable to convert as the ball rolls off the rim and out of bounds.
19-18. Southern Lehigh leading in a ball game. But here come the Panthers with an opportunity to move ahead. Brunabend over to Matt Brown. Brown spins around completely around his defender, Chris Taylor. Gets the ball in low post up and in. And that's Sean Crothamel with his second field goal. And Saucon Valley goes ahead again, this time 20-19.
Good quickness by Crothamel inside, and again, good low post positioning.
They're two pretty good basketball teams, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and you know what, John? And evenly matched. They're both very strong out in the backcourt with the guards and capable big men inside.
Boomer Snyder, no. Followed up the missed shot by Mike Yerkes, and Mike picks up his second deuce. And again, Southern Lehigh ahead this time 21-20. 5:30 remaining here in the first half of the ball game. Brunabend goes baseline. Gets it out to Roberts. Roberts to Matt Brown. Brown back to Brunabend. Up high. No. Rebounded by Jason Mack of Southern Lehigh.
Saucon Valley gets the shot opportunity they want offensively, unable to convert it. Good scrambling and hustling defense by Southern Lehigh.
Jason Mack. He was in three-point range. Now he's two-point range, 15 feet out and in. That's a fourth field goal for Jason Mack, and it's 23-20. Southern Lehigh by 3. With 4:50 remaining here in the first half. Brunabend up over the timeline for Saucon Valley.
Mack only had 3 points the last time these two teams met, and he's just getting that jumper, and he's showing all the confidence in it.
Oh, Matt Brown on a little power move. Picked up his fourth field goal and 9th point in the ball game. 23-22, Southern Lehigh. Boomer Snyder, guarded by Brunabend. Jason Mack, back to Snyder. Snyder over to Yerkes.
Panthers now to a 2-3 zone, so mixing it up a little bit. Southern Lehigh patient and taking a good look at it and taking a set on it.
Boomer Snyder gets it over to Yerkes. Goes up, not good. Rebounded by Saucon Valley's Matt Brown. Long pass up front. 3/4 the length of the court. There goes Brunabend, but he can't make the shot. Has trips, falls down. Shot is up there by Crothamel. Not good. Rebounded by the Spartans. Boy, there was action galore that time.
Sure was. Some great hustle by Saucon Valley. Number 10, Brunabend forcing Snyder to alter his shot there on the defense. And then in the fast break, Crothamel hustling down, coming up with a loose ball, but no points.
Rob Hamilton turnaround, hits it. Second field goal for Rob. 25-22, Southern Lehigh.
Hamilton has been getting good low post positioning. That's the first time tonight Southern Lehigh has kicked it inside to him.
Roberts, second field goal for Saucon Valley. 25-24, the Spartans.
Well, this is like two heavyweights going at each other.
This is good basketball.
Sure is. Now you got to look at the zone. There's Hamilton again inside. He has been there a couple of times. I would expect Southern Lehigh to maybe look for him a little bit more.
3:10. Taylor gets the ball back out. Mack on the baseline, gets it out to Taylor, up, not good. Scramble for the loose ball, picked up by Taylor. Gets it back out to Snyder, and there's a whistle, and there's a foul, and this will be against Saucon Valley.
Again, some good hustle and good scrap there by Southern Lehigh to control the basketball, and then the penetration and drawing the personal foul on the dish.
Boomer Snyder will work it inbounds. Rob Hamilton leaves the lineup. Chris Taylor leaves the lineup for Southern Lehigh.
One of the things Southern Lehigh, or one of the areas they might have an advantage, is in depth. I think Coach Schaefer can go a little deeper to his bench. Coach Mattis is minus some players here for tonight due to the flu and the cold, and Porter's bothered by the flu also. He missed all of last week, so I think one advantage Southern Lehigh might have is the availability to go deeper into their bench.
Sachs and Jim Coyle back in the lineup for Southern Lehigh. This is Sachs. Sachs gets it in traffic. They turn it over. It's Brunabend. 3 defenders on the Panthers, however. Look at the pass intended for Brown. Just by him and out of bounds. .2:17 remaining here in the first half. 25-24. Southern Lehigh leading. The winner of this game will take on Salisbury Monday night at 7:30 here at Seward Gym at Allen High School.
How about that Bill Pollock getting first pick and drawing the bye?
Yeah.
I laughed immediately when I could. Yeah, right.
Sachs, 8 feet out. No good. Traveling.
Well, again, that was good defensive pressure, forcing Sachs to alter his shot. Somebody running at him defensively forced him to try and create something, and as a result, turned the ball over.
Eric Midday, a 5'10 junior in the lineup for Saucon Valley. And they turn it over, and here come the Spartans.
Fine anticipation by Chris Taylor.
Sachs gets it over to Taylor. Taylor goes up for the shot. That is not good, but he was fouled. Personal foul.
Let's watch Taylor here. Has kind of a one-on-one down low, spins in. Defensive help comes from number 34, Porta, who picks up the personal foul. No?
33.
Oh, okay. Fouled before that, Roberts. Sub coming in is Hamilton.
Yerkes going to sit out a while. Got up there by Taylor. His first attempt tonight, not good. 25-24, Southern Lehigh.
This gives Southern Lehigh, with that lineup that's in now, a much bigger lineup with Hamilton at 6'5", Taylor at the free throw line at 6 foot, and then also in there is number 42, Jason Mack at 6'2".
The Yerkes is going to come right back in.
Yeah, I don't think that's a lineup. We did not see much of that lineup from Southern Lehigh, and I think Coach Schaefer saw that, and I don't think this is a lineup he wants in there right now.
26-24. Saucon Valley trailing by 2. Deflected ball out of bounds, and the Panthers will have it underneath their own basket. Yerkes comes back in the lineup for Southern Lehigh. He's replacing Boomer Snyder.
Okay, well, still going with the bigger lineup then, with Snyder going to the bench out of that guard position.
Roberts outside the perimeter. Ball was kicked. Panthers will get possession. 1:20 remaining here in the first half. Don't forget the winner of this one will go Monday night against Salisbury. They'll tap that one off 7:30. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Run a bend now. That's allowed on the throw-in to go back court.
That's outstanding hustle by number 10, Brunabend there. That looked like it could result into a Southern Lehigh breakaway. He showed some excellent speed.
Rothamel, fadeaway, not good. Rebound, picked up by Matt Brown from the foul line, up high, bullseye! Matt Brown with his 5th field goal. And we're tied again, this time at 26.
That's a basket as a result of hustle again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loose ball rolling around there. Brown able to control it and converts it 2 points.
Taylor goes baseline. And there's a foul.
That is a difficult pass that Taylor got in there to Hamilton. I think we're going to get a call on the weak side. Coming over to help was number 34, Doug Porta. which is his job to come over there. He's saying, boy, I just stood my ground. But you do have to allow the offensive player room to come back down on the floor.
That's his first personal foul. No problem there. Rob Hamilton goes to the charity stripe for the first time. The 6'5" junior, 2 field goals tonight. He can break this 26 all time. No. Rebounded by the Panthers. Now with 30 seconds and ticking. They can go into the locker room with a halftime lead. Here's Matt Brown.
And we'll see
looking for help. There's Roberts.
See how they look to play it, whether they will run the clock down. Yeah, they're holding up one finger now. That usually means the last shot. I don't think it means play number one. It's let's work for the last one. And at least, or at worst, we're going to be tied at halftime.
Roberts down the alley, checks off, gets it back out to Matt Brown. Brown in a paint. Gives it over to baseline shot to Roberts, and he has it. Roberts on a fine assist from Matt Brown. And Saucon Valley goes up 28-26, and that is the end of the first half. We'll be right back.
Well, what are you doing here?
Getting my machine fixed.
You mean your washing machine?
No, my automobile.
Well, what kind of repairs do they do here?
Well, they do brakes, they do mufflers, they do state inspection, shock absorbers, and they're locally owned and operated by 2 guys who grew up right here in the Lehigh Valley. Boy, don't you know nothing?
Well, I know this. If you don't stop eating, they'll have to put a set of their shock absorbers underneath the front seat of your machine.
Car Care Plus, only at ABE Car Care Center.
Half a car? The totally new concept for the 90s. Drive a whole car or truck of your choice, but pay for just about half of it. It's honest, it's hassle-free, it's intelligent. We guarantee in writing what the vehicle's resale value will be when you turn it in. We then deduct that, and you pay just on the remainder. Talk to one of our half-a-car specialists at Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile, or Lehigh Valley Acura MacArthur Road. Ask about half a car.
This year, Service Electric presents the perfect way to send your Valentine's Day sentiments to your sweetheart or loved one. We'll put it on Service Electric's electronic message center on dial 27. On February 13th, 14th, and 15th, we're reserving dial 27 for sweethearts. To get your message on, send it at least 2 weeks in advance, along with a check or money order for $10 to Service Electric Cable Television in care of Happy Valentine's Day. Then watch for your Valentine's Day wish on dial 27.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming. This is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
All right, a portion of tonight's ball game is brought to you by the Vinart Car Dealerships of the Lehigh Valley. Hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you the second half action in this first round playoff game for the first half Colonial League title. Here at the halftime break, it is Saucon Valley leading Southern Lehigh 28-26 on a buzzer beater shot by Britt Sachs of Southern Lehigh. I said that wrong, didn't I? Here's the stats.
It was
okay.
Roberts. Roberts hit the buzzer beater.
Yeah.
You're looking at Rich Mattis there. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Both teams very even, as you can imagine. Saucon Valley 12 of 23 from the floor. Southern Lehigh 12 of 22. Percentages close. 52% Saucon Valley. Southern Lehigh 55%. Whoop. Lost a little something there. Okay.
Just to show you how closely. All right, here we go.
The free throws, and that is the difference right there. Saucon Valley holding the slightest of edge at 4 of 6. Southern Lehigh just 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And what a big difference that is right there. In the first meeting with these two clubs, 69 free throws were attempted in that game. The percentages, Saucon Valley 67%, Southern Lehigh 33%. The turnovers, Saucon Valley slight edge, turning it over 3 times. Southern Lehigh has committed 4 turnovers.
Just to show you how closely this game is being played, at the end of the first quarter, we were tied at 17. Saucon Valley outscored Southern Lehigh 11-9 in the second period to take that 28-26 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. Matt Brown's the high scorer for Saucon Valley at this point in the ball game with 11 points on 5 field goals and 1 out of 2 fouls. Brunabend was scoreless. Scott Roberts 3 field goals for 6. Doug Porter 2 field goals for 4. And Sean Crothmell 2 field goals, 3 out of 4 fouls for 7. So the line for Saucon Valley, 12 field goals, 4 to 6 fouls for their 28, with just 5 personal fouls called against them. For Southern Lehigh, the high scorer is Jason Mack with 4 field goals, 8 points. Brett Sachs has 3 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer for 7. Mike Yerkes 2 field goals for 4. Boomer Snyder field goal for 2. Chris Taylor 1 out of 2 fouls for a point, and Rob Hamilton 2 field goals. He missed a foul for 4 points. So the line for Southern Lehigh, 12 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer, 1 of 3 from the foul line for their 26. 4 personal fouls called against them. Good to see Jim Snyder, former Lehigh County Controller, here, and now an executive with Bose Surgical Supply. The North car dealerships of the Lehigh Valley, happy to be able to bring you a portion of tonight's ball game. Also, Al Bennick, the secretary of the Lehigh Valley chapter of the National Football Foundation and Hall of Fame, is here tonight, and the second half is underway.
A defensive change here real quick in the second half. 2-3 for Saucon Valley going to that zone. They don't appear to be matching up out of it.
Rob Hamilton's shot not good. Rebounded by Sean Crothmell, but there's a foul, and this one could be against Hamilton. Going over the top will be his first personal foul. Also saw Ron Jones Sotak here. Ron, of course, was an outstanding basketball player 100 years ago at Copley High School. That tells you how long ago. At Moravian College, and was later my boss over at WAEB radio when he was a station manager.
You know how close this game is going.
Have a legal pick there.
Yeah, Southern Lehigh had the ball last at the end of the first quarter. Sachs hit a 3-pointer to tie it up. Saucon Valley had the ball last at the end of the half. Brown, a great creation in the dish to Roberts to put his team up by 2. There's all the makings for a buzzer beater coming to the fourth quarter.
Frank Yalenko down there, assistant coach to Bill Pollock. Funny, they're not sitting together. They usually do. Crothmell gets it back out to Brown. Brown out to Roberts. Roberts on the baseline has to get it into the low post, out into Crothmell, but it's knocked down, and it is picked up by Mike Yerkes of Southern Lehigh.
What a nice job by Yerkes coming from the weak side, leaving his man defensively to intercept that pass.
Snyder, no. Rebounded by Brunabend. Bryan for the Panthers has it up front. 28-26, Saucon Valley leading. Matt Brown. Roberts off the glass. Not good. Rebounded by Southern Lehigh, and there's going to be a personal foul against Matt Brown, his first.
I'll tell you, again, it was Yerkes who came over to help defensively. Saucon Valley motion in the middle there, rolling people and flashing, and Roberts was able to work free, but Yerkes noticed it, came over, offered some defensive resistance there, and forced a missed shot.
Saucon Valley is leading 28-26. Snyder gets old Jason Mack back to the Boomer. Snyder, Mack. Blowpop, boy, they're moving that ball around like a hot potato, aren't they?
Well, you have to do that against the zone. 2-3 now by Saucon Valley. That's the only way you're going to free up for a shot.
Yerkes, no ball bat out of bounds, and awarded to the Panthers.
Rich Mattis hollering instructions.
Scott Roberts, 5'11" senior. Underneath, all alone, and missing a peeper was Porta. Rebounded by Southern Lehigh. So the Spartans another opportunity to tie up this ball game. They trail 28-26, 5:40 remaining here in the third period. Jason Mack has it. Fifth field goal for Mack, and we're tied at 28.
The extra pass is what made that basket so easy. A shot passed up in there, the defense scrambling. Mack comes up with an easy one.
Brunabend. Don't forget Monday night, 7:30. The winner of this one will play Salisbury. Brunabend to Roberts to Matt Brown. Matt inside for three. He pulls the trigger, but I think he had his toe on the line. It would have been only two. Yerkes has to check off, throws it in traffic, but he saves it from going out of bounds. Brett Sachs. Yerkes. 4:45 remaining in the third period. We're tied at 28. Saucon Valley did not score here in his third period.
And we're almost halfway through the period. Southern Lehigh's only scored one basket.
Right. And that was by Jason Mack.
See the weak side help coming from number 34 Porta when they look inside to get it to Hamilton.
Yerkes.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
Saved. Sachs throws it up. Not good. Rebounded by the Spartans. Boomer Snyder. Snyder inside the three-point range. Has it for two. Second field goal for the Boomer. And that puts Southern Lehigh ahead 30-28.
Again, you have to give credit to Hustle and tracking down a loose ball rebound there to give Southern Lehigh that second shot opportunity.
Oh, nice shot. Soft touch by Scott Roberts to Saucon Valley to tie up the ball game at 30.
Well, Roberts, another one of those players that fouled out in the first meeting. He's battling a little bit of a cold and playing under some adverse conditions here this evening. He made a big steal and converted a coast-to-coast layup in the first half.
I mentioned Al Bennick, the Secretary of National Football Foundation Hall of Fame. The Scholar Athlete dinner will be the last Monday in November. Foul against Jason Mack, and that'll be his second. Last Monday in November, and that'll be at the Northampton Memorial Community Center. Les Kish, the athletic director at Allen High School, will be the principal speaker.
See the rebound here coming off the Snyder miss. Number 42 is Jason Mack trying to slap the rebound away, but got a piece of the arm.
Les is a former Scholar Athlete. He was an outstanding quarterback at Lehigh University. He's the most valuable player in the Lehigh Lafayette football game. Fadeaway shot by Roberts, not good. There's a whistle. Foul underneath. And this one is going to be against Doug Porta of Saucon Valley, number 34. Done shooting. Boomer Snyder will work it inbounds. We're tied at 30 with 3:12 remaining in the third period. Each team, well, Saucon Valley only scored one bucket, and Southern Lehigh two.
I think the defense here, the defensive adjustment by the Panthers has certainly slowed Southern Lehigh down some. They're really having a rough time getting a high percentage shot against the 2-3 zone. They're unable to kick it inside because of good interior defense, and two people out in front are doing a good job of hounding the shooters.
Coyle pulled the trigger and got the bullseye for three. Jim Coyle, 6'3" freshman for Southern Lehigh, gives the Spartans a 33-30 advantage.
Well, that's what will loosen it up inside. Somebody needs to stick the jumper to pull those people off your big men inside.
Roberts. Matt Brown, he's liable to go for three. Oh, nice passing underneath the Brunabend. Brown, low post.
It's good patience.
Porta, no. Rebounded by the Spartans.
Well, that's the shot you want. They worked the ball well and got a good shot just inside the free throw line. That's the one you need to convert.
Two well-coached teams, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Coyle,
yes.
not good. Rebounded by Crothamel of the Panthers. Gets it over to Matt Brown to Brunabend for three. No. Taken right out of the hands by Crothamel. Off the glass and in. And Sean picks up his third field goal to make it 33-32. What a ball game.
Oh, Crothamel just did. Mack had control of that rebound inside, and Crothamel just took it away from him.
Coyle, the freshman, turns it over. And here comes Matt Brown. 1:30 and running remaining here in the third quarter. Brown fakes right, goes left, in a paint, hooks around him, and goes up and in. Brought that one up from his heels. An a la Lucetti hook shot.
Brown,
and that put Saucon Valley ahead 34-33.
Brown is every bit the player that we heard he was. I'm very impressed with the play he made at the end of the half. Great court awareness.
Brown again. Going to be a blocking foul against Boomer Snyder. His first personal foul. And that is, it's only the fourth team foul, so it'll be non-shooting.
Take a look at it here. Brown doing a nice job of handling the basketball. You're going to see Snyder come up and stick that left knee out there and gets called for the foul.
And don't forget, we'll be back here Monday night to cover the winner of this ball game against Salisbury. Now we'll have another game Tuesday. We'll have Muhlenberg at Moravian on Wednesday. Boy, what action underneath those boards. Roberts, Crothenel, up and in. But there was a whistle before. Forget the field goal and charge Jim Coyle with a personal foul.
Great battle taking place underneath the basket by the big men, and they're kind of neutralizing each other. Crothmel received a nice pass inside, but personal foul called before he converted the basket.
Roberts cross court to Brown. Grunebenn pulls the trigger for three, not good. Rebounded by Jason Mack of Southern Lehigh, and here come the Spartans. Brett Sachs quickly up front to Snyder. Boomer checks off. Jason Mack 15 feet out and in. 6 field goal for Jason. 35-34 Southern Lehigh. 25 seconds remaining in the third period.
Tell you what I really like is some of the very good decisions that are being made right there. Snyder could have forced that one. Instead, he realized he had nothing. He turned, he spun, he got a pass back to Mack, who is wide open for a shot he's been hitting all night long.
All right, 7 seconds. Brown makes a power move. Baseline throws it up, not good. And that is the end of the third quarter. 35-34. Southern Lehigh is leading Saucon Valley. We'll be right back.
On the gridirons, the diamonds for working out or lounging around. Suit up with the best. Russell Athletic. Available at the newly expanded Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletic team specialist, carries a large selection of Russell Athletic uniforms, tees, shorts, and sweats. And Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidering of group and team Russell Athletic wear. Stop in today for Russell Athletic wear and all your sporting needs at Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
C.J. Wagner, trophies, plaques, and bowling supplies.
Half a car? The totally new concept for the 90s. Drive a whole car or truck of your choice, but pay for just about half of it. It's honest, it's hassle-free, it's intelligent. We guarantee in writing what the vehicle's resale value will be when you turn it in. We then deduct that, and you pay just on the remainder. Talk to one of our half-a-car specialists at Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai Suzuki, Lehigh Street Auto Mile, or Lehigh Valley Acura MacArthur Road. Ask about half a car.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming. This is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
Portion of this fourth quarter is brought to you by Becker Subaru, located on Route 222 in West Coesville. All right, 35-34. We have Southern Lehigh leading Saucon Valley as we move into the final quarter of play.
Shooting percentages third quarter, Southern Lehigh 4 of 12, 35%. Saucon Valley 3 of 11, 27%. Not a particularly good quarter offensively for either team. Southern Lehigh committed 2 turnovers to bring their game total to 6. Saucon Valley committed 1 to bring their game total to 4.
All right, fourth quarter's underway. Crothenel with the ball up front for the Panthers. Gets it over to Porter, back to Crothenel. Turns around, throws it up and in, and he is fouled by Jason Mack. Crothenel's fourth field goal. Third personal foul on Mack.
Crothenel does a real good job. Let's watch him here. He tries to go baseline. A nice job by Mack of hustling back. But you see Crothenel initiate a little bit of that contact and draws the foul.
And that put the Panthers ahead 36-35. Crothenel completes the three-point play. He has 4 out of 5 from the foul line and 4 field goals tonight, 2 in each half. 37-35. Talk about, there's a steal by Porter. Porter traveled.
Saucon Valley had abandoned that press for much of the second and third quarters. Now back into it here in the fourth quarter. Caught Southern Lehigh asleep there a little bit, and Southern Lehigh kind of dodged the bullet. 2-2-1.
Going to be a foul on Crothamel. And running into Mack. Pass was intended for Jason Mack. Crothamel came from left field.
Let's watch it here. Crothamel just doesn't take a good enough angle on this. He gets a piece of this ball, but you'll see his angle. He just doesn't get in front of Mack enough. It certainly is good camera work right there. That was a good look at it. Crothamel just didn't get in front of Mack far enough.
Taylor, no, not good. Rebound, follow-up, Taylor. It is good, and he is fouled. Foul by Crothamel. His third. Taylor with his first field goal. And he's on the line to complete the three-point play. He has 1 out of 2 from the foul line tonight. And we're tied at 37.
Well, Taylor scored 5 points the first time around.
This can break the tie. It does. Southern Lehigh goes back up front, 38-37. Here come the Panthers with an opportunity to pick up a couple and move ahead. Roberts. Crothamel on a baseline. Does a 360. Throws it up. Not good. Rebounded by Southern Lehigh. Sachs. Oh, look at this. Taylor with his second field goal in rapid fire order. And the Spartans go up by 3, 40-37. 6:55 remaining in the ball game.
Southern Lehigh does a good job of filling the lanes. They had a 3-on-1. Sachs looked away the defender and passed right.
Crothamel, yes. 5th field goal for Sean. 40-39. What a great ball
I'll tell you what, this is where this game is really going to get fun right now.
Jason Mack gets it back out to Taylor. Taylor over to Sachs. Snyder underneath. Taylor has it. 3rd field goal for Taylor, and all 3 within the last couple minutes.
Taylor, good movement without the ball and good recognition to get him the ball behind the defense.
Brown has it. Matt picks up his 7th field goal. There he is, number 15, 42-41. Southern Lehigh. Jason Mack double team. And they're calling a foul against the Panthers.
Like a pretty good double team there by Saucon Valley. They got what they want. Southern Lehigh maybe gets a little bit of a break by getting that personal foul.
And Jason Mack goes to the foul line. Number 12, Mike Stufo.
Stempfley. Okay.
In the lineup for Saucon Valley.
Saucon Valley now needing to go to its bench a little bit to maybe try and get some players a rest. I talked about that in the first half as maybe being a key to the game.
Personal foul against Chris Taylor. Have to be in a bonus.
Oh yeah, both teams are in a bonus now.
Sure.
Let's take a look
foul
here. Off the missed free throw, you're going to see it comes out pretty far.
Oh.
Taylor going for the loose ball there in a collision, and he's called for the personal foul. Bob Schaefer and his coaching staff. Kurt Zellner next to him. Kurt's son's here tonight. Star of the Southern Lehigh the past couple of years.
Crothamel on the foul line, 4 out of 5. 5 out of 6.
Free throw shooting for Saucon Valley is greatly improved. They're up to about 58 to 60% right now, and I say up to. They've really struggled early in the year, but of their last 42 attempts, they have converted on 32 of them, so big improvement.
And we're tied again at 42. Now Crothamel can break the tie and put Saucon Valley up. He does. 43-42, Saucon Valley. Panthers going to a full court press, but the Spartans break the press. Jim Coyle back in the lineup, gets it over to Taylor. Yerkes. Coyle almost lost the handle. Gets it out to Sachs. Sachs defended by Matt Brown. Double fake pump. No. Rebound. Follow-up for good by Rob Hamilton. Third field goal. And so the Lehigh goes back up 44-43.
What an aggressive board by Hamilton. Give him a lot of credit. Able to lose his defender and get to the glass and clean it up and score the 2 points.
Rothermel. Boy, he backed his way into that baby, using power.
Hard to play with your back to the basket. Crothmel does a real good job of squaring himself when he turns to take his jumper. Good job.
45-44, Saucon Valley. This is Taylor. Taylor gets it over to Sachs. Jim Coyle.
Saucon Valley is now out of that 2-3 zone they had good success with in that third quarter.
Foul against, I believe, will be I'm not sure who that was against.
You don't post those fouls up there on the board.
They don't do that here at Allen. I don't know why they stopped doing it.
Nope, and it's difficult for us to pick that up with the scoreboard or the score table across the way.
Yerkes on a foul line for the first time tonight, hits it, and ties up the ball game at 45.
Yerkes had 13 the first 2 times these clubs met.
He can break the tie, and he does. 46-45, Southern Lehigh. Here come the Panthers. 4:45 remaining in this ball game. Grunebaum to Matt Brown. Brown outside the perimeter. Stenfley. Back to Brown.
See Mack defensively get a hand in front of Crothmel there to deny that inlet pass.
Shot comes up short, taken out of the air by Jim Coyle. And here come the Spartans. They lead 46-45.
That was a nice defensive series by the Spartans. Good denial inside and forcing up that air ball offensively.
Look out. They save it. Yerkes save that one by deflecting it. This is Sachs with the ball now.
I'll tell you, that's defensive pressure you're seeing at work there. Southern Lehigh wants to talk about it with a timeout here, but you're seeing good defensive pressure, and that's why those passes are errant like that.
All right, 3:57 remaining in a ball game in regulation. Southern Lehigh leading 46-45. We would like to thank Ron Valletta, the president of the Colonial League, for all of his help in securing the rights to televise tonight's basketball game. Also, our thanks to the respective head coaches, Rich Mattis at Saucon Valley and Bob Schaefer at Southern Lehigh.
The final standings for the first half in the Colonial League, we'll run them down. We all know Salisbury, Saucon Valley, Southern Lehigh finished at 7-1. Nazareth and Wilson then were tied after that, both at 4-4. Followed by Bangor and Catasauqua at 3-5. Palisades at 1-7, and Penn Argyl did not record a victory in the first half at 0-8.
In the first game tonight, the Salisbury girls whipped Caddy 51-22 in a playoff game to win the first half Colonial League girls title.
Salisbury girls also the defending Colonial League champions, so they're looking for 2 in a row.
All right, back to the action. This is Jim Coyle, the freshman.
Boy, did you read in that girls division of the Colonial League, if there would have been a couple of turnarounds in the last night, there could have been a 5-way tie for first place? Yeah. Boy, that would have been a mess.
Sachs gets it in the deep corner to Coyle, back out to Sachs to Yerkes. 3:30 and running remaining in a ball game. This is Taylor. This is Coyle. Cross key to Yerkes. Coyle lets it go. No. And let's see. Traveling. I'm not sure that Spartans even had possession of the ball. So they were called traveling, and Saucon Valley gets possession. They trail 46-45. They now have an opportunity to go ahead again.
It's a tough break for Hamilton, who does another good job to at least get in position to maybe come up with a rebound. Just unable to control the ball in his body.
Roberts missed the shot. Ball out of bounds, and will go to the Spartans. Boomer Snyder back in the lineup. He is replacing Chris Taylor for Southern Lehigh. Southern Lehigh leading 46-45. 2:58 remaining in the ball game.
Porta is back in for Saucon Valley. Also, he got a little break. Recall he missed all of last week with the flu.
Rob Hamilton and a fine assist from Brett Sachs to make it 48-45.
That was the same things that happened in the first half against that full court press. Southern Lehigh making scoring opportunities against the Panthers press.
Brunabend for two. No. Rebounded by Southern Lehigh. Brett Sachs gets it up to Boomer Snyder. Back to Sachs.
Wait, it's a big possession here.
48-45. Southern Lehigh and controlling.
Well, Southern Lehigh can work a little clock here and get 2 points. It can turn out to be a real big possession.
Yerkes, no. Uh-oh. Going to be a foul against Coyle going over the top for the rebound. That'll be his second personal foul.
Roberts defensively there for Saucon Valley. Let's take a look at it here. See the shot come up. Watch number 33 turn and box on Coyle there. Coyle gets a piece coming over the top. I'll tell you, Coyle, good leaping ability, got to that rebound.
And Scott Roberts, 5'11" senior, goes to the foul line for the first time tonight. He has 4 field goals. 2:10 remaining in regulation.
Roberts scored 6 last time around, including a 3-pointer.
Missed.
Free throws going to be so important the rest of the way in here.
Sachs gets it over Snyder, back to Sachs. On the right side to Coyle. Coyle makes a move, throws it up, and in. Kid's not bashful.
I'll tell you what, and after making a mistake of coming over the top and committing a personal foul, he comes right back to try and create something offensively.
And Saucon Valley wants a timeout with 1:43 remaining in the ball game. The Panthers are trailing by 5, 50-45.
Want to again get well wishes along to assistant coach from Saucon Valley, Tom Stern, recently released from the hospital, had minor surgery. Coach Rich Mattis and his team wishes he was here tonight and hope him a speedy recovery and get him back on the bench where he can help them out. He's sorely missed here this evening.
Assistant coaches to Rich Mattis is Tom Stern and Glenn Brown. Dr. M. David Preston is the superintendent of schools. Frank Kotowski is the principal, and John Brown, the athletic director. Down to Southern Lehigh, Bob Schaefer's assistants, Kurt Zellner, Bob Yoakum, and Jim Snyder. Michael Green, the superintendent, John Squarcia, the principal, and Don Harrico, the AD.
Talk about Saucon Valley last year in their first winning season in many. They eventually were beaten by Mount Carmel 75-53 in the quarterfinals of the District 11. So gaining some experience, people like Brown and Burnabend and Crothamell's a sophomore, so is Burnabend, but Brown getting some experience there along with Porta and Roberts.
All right, Saucon Valley trailing by 5 with 1:43 remaining in the ball game. Brown gets it into Crothamell, back to Brown to Crothamell. Turns around, pops it up and in. 7 field goal for Sean. 50-47, 1:30 remaining.
That is good basketball. Coach Mattis goes right to Crothamell, who's having a good night. He needed 2 points desperately on that possession. Kicked it right inside to his go-to man, and he converted for him.
Personal foul against Scott Roberts. His third, there he is, number 33. He's a 5'11" senior. And on a free throw line, Chris Taylor, who has 2 out of 3 from the foul line to go along with 3 field goals. And he had those 3 field goals in a little over a minute.
Well, Saucon Valley missed the front end of a 1-and-1 just a couple of seconds ago. Let's see how Taylor does now.
50-47. Ball bat out of bounds and will be awarded to the Panthers. .77 ticks remain in this ball game. Jim Coyle is out of the lineup for Southern Lehigh, and here come the Panthers. Brown. Oh, was he ever close to that baseline?
Yeah, he got fortunate there. He was able to gather himself and got poised and was able to find an open teammate.
Jason Mack rebounds for all the Spartans. And we're in a countdown with 55 seconds and a foul against Brunabend.
A real key possession at that series there for Saucon Valley. Good job by Southern Lehigh of limiting them to one shot and controlling the boards.
Brunabend had 16 points the last time these two teams met. Tonight he's scoreless.
Well, that is a big difference.
That's Yerkes on the free throw line where he has 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3. 51-47, Southern Lehigh. Both these coaches did a heck of a job this year, I'll tell you that.
They're both to be commended, is right.
52-47. Brown. Baseline, has it. That's the 8th field goal for Matt. 52-49. Timeout, Saucon Valley.
And that was almost a must possession there. You go to your man Brown. Well, Crothmel has been delivering inside. Brown outside, and the gutsy play by Brown. He realized time running down, now 43 seconds to play, and his team was down 5 at that point. They needed 2 points. They needed it desperately. Took it right to the baseline, hit a nice, tough little jumper from that baseline there to pull his team to within 3. I look now for Saucon Valley. George Krell, one of our officials here tonight, doing a good job, along with Gary Spangler. But I look to Saucon Valley to go to some kind of full court pressure, try and create a double team out in front, and if they don't come up with a steal quickly, maybe to go to a personal foul situation and test Southern Lehigh at the free throw line. 52-49, Southern Lehigh on top by 3, 43 seconds to play.
Been quite a ball game.
Everything we expected.
Don't forget the winner of this one will take on Salisbury 7:30 Monday night right here at the Phys Ed Center. And Super 2 Sports will be here covering the action.
Well, there was the full court pressure, and it was a good job. Southern Lehigh fortunate to get a good bounce of the basketball to break that press. And there's the foul.
I'll tell you, Southern Lehigh dodged a bullet there.
Oh, they really did.
On getting that long pass, which was deflected.
Well, really what should have happened is maybe use a timeout in that situation, but that kind of a pass that fluttered sounds like we're talking about basket or football, but the ball hung in the air, and the Saucon Valley player was in position to come up with the steal or the interception there, just didn't realize where the ball was.
Coyle with 2 field goals tonight, one of them a 3-pointer, makes his first trip to the foul line. 6'3" freshman. 52-49, 53-49.
Well, Coyle is tested under adverse and tough conditions like this. He scored 4 of the 9 Southern Lehigh points in overtime to pull out victory for them.
Has that one.
And now Coach Snyder or Coach Schaefer goes to his defensive move. He brings number 34 Taylor in, and he replaces Coyle. Coyle more the offensive threat.
Brown. Rob Porta is fouled. Personal foul against Mike Yerkes.
Yerkes called for the personal foul. You don't want to commit a personal foul. I know he doesn't feel like he committed it. Coach Schaefer across the way doesn't feel that way, but the call went against him. You don't want to commit a personal foul and stop the clock and allow Saucon Valley an opportunity to score some points without using time off the clock.
22 seconds remain. 54-49, Southern Lehigh. This is Doug Porta on the free throw line for the first time. Another foul underneath. This will be on Saucon Valley.
Again, Saucon Valley not able to convert on the front end of a 1-on-1, and it doesn't take a math major there to figure out that there's 4 points right there, and certainly that is a big difference here coming down the stretch.
Rob Hamilton. 4 field goals and 1 attempt from the foul line tonight. He missed that. Is back on the charity stripe. 21 seconds, 54-49. Matt Brown. Three-point attempt. Not good. Rebound. Brown. Brown double fake, pump, throws it up, not good, and he is fouled. Foul by Brett Sachs. There's Brett.
Well, 8 seconds. Brown needs to convert here. We have a 5-point differential. Brown needs to convert both of them, or basically the game will probably be over. Let's take a look. Brown, good hustle there to come up with the loose ball. There you see Brown moving into the defender there, but he got the call to go his way.
Brown converts, and when time is back in, he'll be back on the charity stripe.
Well, certainly Monday night, one of these two teams are now looking like Southern Lehigh, although Brown can attack one more on there, and Saucon Valley would have to come up with some kind of a steal and then a three-point attempt of some kind. Certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination. 8 seconds to go, but certainly the winner here will take on Salisbury Monday night. But then looking ahead to league play then next week, action will start up again Tuesday night, and one of these teams are going to be awfully tired by that time. But for Southern Lehigh, they will start Tuesday night. They will be home with Penn Argyl, or that's for Saucon Valley, excuse me. They will be home with Penn Argyl, and then Friday they will travel to Nazareth. For Southern Lehigh, they will be home with Palisades on Tuesday and then take on Catasauqua on Friday.
All right, we have 8 seconds remaining in this one. 54-50, Southern Lehigh leading. And Matt Brown will go back to the foul line. There he is. Who that man? Sean Hawes. Who that? Dennis. Use your good eye, Dennis. Brown has the pair.
Now they need to steal. Uh-oh, he got it. Oh, boy. Boy, Saucon Valley had the steal. They had 3 players right there. They had the opportunity, and then they had to commit the personal foul.
And it's 5 seconds.
I don't know if the foul was on Brunabender or not. There were 3 Saucon Valley players right around the ball. I got a little worked up there because I really thought they had come up with a steal. I think what happened there is one of the Saucon Valley players trying to knock it away actually knocked it back into the hands. Let's look at it here. Well, that's at the end of it. That's when it's all happened. Number 34 going out of your picture was Porter there, and Rich Mattis thought he was going to get an opportunity to tie it up.
And Jim Coyle on a foul line had 2 out of 2 tonight. This is the 6'3" freshman. 3 out of 3.
And Brown went over there and said to the young freshman, "You missed it." And Coyle looked at him and he said, "Nah, it went in." And Brown gave him 5 there. Good sportsmanship. And that should do it. 5 seconds remain. No foul now.
And that's the basketball game. Southern Lehigh wins it 56-51. By virtue of their victory, they'll take on Salisbury Monday night at 7:30 here at Seward Gym.
Well, like I talked about at the top, it's a win situation for all teams involved in this little mini playoff here. It certainly can win you the first half and give you a shot at a championship, but it's not a do-or-die situation, and Rich Mattis and his club will have to regroup. Saucon Valley will fall to 10-4 overall, and this not being a league game, that's where it will stand. They finished 7-1 in first half play, and Coach Mattis, I'm sure, has everything to be proud of for his troops. They came up a little bit short, and something I talked about at the top, his team battling the flu a little bit, not maybe being as deep as Southern Lehigh, maybe wearing his troops down, and maybe that was really the tale here which decided everything. But his team played gamely. They played well, as I talked about. They will open up second half play home against Penn Argyl, and then Friday next week will travel to Nazareth, and that will get them going in the second half. For Coach Bob Schaefer, a hard-earned win. He knew it would be. He knew it wouldn't come easy, and it didn't. Overall, they will go to 13-3, and they have qualified for district playoffs. Certainly not a concern of theirs right now, as they are looking for the first half championship. They will get another opportunity at Salisbury. They had an opportunity to end the first half, playing Salisbury at Salisbury. Were unable to do it. They will get a rematch and a second opportunity Monday night.
All right, at the end of the first quarter, we were all tied at 17. Saucon Valley outscored Southern Lehigh 11-9 in the second quarter to take a 28-26 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. The third period belonged to Southern Lehigh. They outscored Saucon Valley 9-6 to take a 35-34 lead after 3 quarters of play. In the fourth period, Southern Lehigh again outscored the Panthers, this time 21-17 to win a ball game 56-51. Individual scoring honors for the night for Southern Lehigh went to Jason Mack, who had 12 points on 6 field goals. He had 1 attempt from the foul line, and he missed that. Brett Sachs, 3 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer for 7 points. Mike Yerk has 2 field goals, 4 out of 4 fouls for 8. Boomer Snyder, 2 field goals for 4. Jim Coyle, 2 field goals, 1 of them a 3-pointer, 4 out of 4 from the foul line for 9 points. Chris Taylor, 3 field goals, 2 out of 4 fouls for 8. And Rob Hamilton, 4 field goals. He missed 2 fouls for 8. So the line for Southern Lehigh, 22 field goals, 2 of them 3-pointers, 10 out of 15 from the foul line, for their total of 56, with 14 personal fouls called against them. Scoring honors for Saucon Valley went to Sean Crothamel, who had 7 field goals, 6 out of 7 fouls for a total of 20 points. Matt Brown had 8 field goals, 3 out of 4 fouls for 19. Brunner Bend was scoreless tonight. That's a surprise. We had Scott Roberts. He had 4 field goals. He missed a foul for 8. Don Porter, or Doug Porter, 2 field goals. He missed a foul for 4. And the line for Saucon Valley, 21 field goals, 9 out of 13 fouls, for their total of 51, with 13 personal fouls called against them. Our congratulations to the Salisbury girls by virtue of their 51-22 victory over Catasauqua to win the first half Colonial girls title. And now Southern Lehigh, by virtue of its victory over Saucon Valley, earned the right to meet Salisbury Monday at 7:30 here at Seward's Gym. So that's it. On behalf of our fine technical crew and my sidekick Mike Zambelli, I'm Johnny Dady saying good night from Seward's Gym at Allen High School, where Southern Lehigh defeated Saucon Valley 56-51. This has been a Super 2 Sports presentation. Good night, everybody.